Good morning, Emily.
Morning, John. I almost tripped over my slippers. Classic start to the day.
Oh no, are you okay?
Barely. My coffee saved me from falling entirely, but it was a close call.
Coffee is basically a life jacket for mornings. I swear.
Totally. Speaking of which, first thing I do is stretch. Arms, legs, everything. Like a confused starfish.
I stretch too, mostly trying not to groan too loudly. Neighbors don't need to hear my morning complaints.
Oh, yes. My groaning is Olympic level.
Then I drink a big glass of water. Hydration is sacred, Emily.
Agreed. My brain refuses to function without water. Or maybe just coffee.
Coffee is my personality in liquid form.
Perfect description. And then bathroom time. Brushing teeth, washing face, essential for looking alive.
Totally. And when cold water hits your face, it's like your soul temporarily leaves your body.
Yes, the classic soul-leaving moment. I feel that.
Breakfast comes next. Eggs, toast, sometimes cereal. But cereal can be dangerous.
Oh, yes, cereal coma is real. One wrong bite and nap mode activates.
Exactly. And then I check my schedule. Emails, to-do list. My brain loves to panic preemptively.
Same here. Feeling organized is so satisfying, even if chaos is waiting.
Organized chaos is still chaos, Emily.
True, but at least it looks professional on paper.
After that, I mentally prepare for the day, like a superhero putting on invisible armor.
John, I like my armor as coffee and headphones. Keeps the evil Monday vibes away.
Perfect armor. I might steal that phrase.
Go ahead, it's yours now. Mornings need all the defense they can get.
Then I sometimes take a mini walk around the house, blood flowing, pretending I'm training for a marathon.
I do the same, dodging imaginary monsters on the way to the kitchen.
Oh, yes, and sometimes my cat watches, silently judging.
Cats are the ultimate critics.
Exactly. And breakfast, light meals only. Oatmeal, toast, yogurt, keeps the nap monster away.
Yes, nap monster is a serious threat. I've fallen victim many times.
After breakfast, planning the day, mentally rehearsing meetings, tasks, random surprises.
The mental rehearsal is key, and sometimes overdramatic. Like, what if the printer explodes?
Oh, yes, life-threatening printer scenarios. Very real.
Then comes the morning stretch. Again, just in case, for safety.
Double stretching. Excellent strategy.
Then, quick glance at the emails, mostly spam, sometimes panic-worthy, keeps life exciting.
Yes, and maybe 5 minutes of existential ceiling staring.
Oh, yes, questioning all life choices. Very productive.
Finally, a tiny meditation. Breathe in, breathe out. Pretend to be calm.
I call that fake calm meditation. Works sometimes.
Then a check-in with the to-do list must feel productive, even if only mentally.
Exactly. And by now, I usually drink another cup of coffee. Emergencies only.
Coffee, never-ending love story.
And that, John, is basically my morning, full of tiny dramas, little victories, and survival skills.
Same here, Emily. Mornings completed. Let's survive afternoons next.
All right, Emily, afternoons are my personal chaos zone.
John, I totally understand. It feels like surviving a jungle made of emails and meetings.
Exactly. And somehow we keep going, powered by snacks and willpower.
Snacks are essential, my secret weapon, and mini breaks. I call them mini escapes.
Mini escapes. I love that. I need those. Otherwise, I start talking to my computer.
Same. Sometimes I negotiate with my printer like it's a human being.
Emily, my printer has attitude. It refuses to print like it has feelings.
Technology with emotions is terrifying.
So, after lunch, Emily, how do you survive big tasks, the ones that make your brain scream?
I tackle them step by step. Small goals and reward myself with tiny chocolate bribes.
Chocolate bribes. Genius. I should patent that idea.
Yes, and stepping away from the desk helps a lot. 2 minutes of fresh air, brain feels brand new.
Absolutely. I call that brain reboot.
Brain reboot, mini escape, chocolate bribes. John, our afternoons sound like a sci-fi movie.
Totally. In meetings, endless meetings. Sometimes I daydream about jumping into a pool of iced coffee.
Same. Or hiding under the desk pretending to be invisible.
The invisibility cloak technique. Very underrated.
John, lunch is important too. What do you usually eat?
Something light. Salad or a sandwich. I must avoid the nap monster.
The nap monster is real. I eat quinoa salad or turkey sandwich to stay alert.
Last week, I ate heavy pasta. I almost rolled back to my desk.
Dramatic lunch roll. Classic.
After lunch, I focus on key projects. I try to knock them out while energy is still high.
Same here. Background music helps a lot. Soft tunes only.
Yes, last time I played catchy music, I ended up dancing on my chair.
Any witnesses?
Just my cat, judging me silently.
Cats are brutal critics, John.
Sudden crises pop up, emails and emergencies. Life throws curveballs.
Yes, like the printer rebellion. Again.
Emily, I almost declared war on it.
Office warrior, John.
Snacks are lifesavers. Coffee, chocolate.
Every 2 hours. Mini celebration. Tiny victory.
Stretch breaks are critical. I walk around pretending I'm training for a marathon.
I dodge imaginary monsters. Best cardio ever.
Mental rehearsal is important, preparing for tasks and meetings.
Sometimes I imagine dramatic scenarios like printer explosions.
Realistic fears.
Hydration is key.
Coffee saves the soul.
Chocolate saves motivation.
Afternoon summary. Chaos, mini escapes, chocolate bribes, invisible desk hiding.
Perfectly said. We are afternoon warriors.
Emily, evening awaits, the promised land.
Yes, just survive the afternoon, then we recharge.
Vocabulary recap. Focused, recharge, regroup, knock out, energy slump.
Simple words, huge impact.
Many escapes and chocolate bribes included.
Afternoon completed.
Hey, Emily. Finally evening time.
Yes, John, the best part of the day.
My brain is like mission completed.
Mine too, but my body is like, please sit down forever.
I usually drop my bag dramatically, like a movie hero.
I do that too. Slow motion bag drop.
Then I just breathe, like I survived a battle.
Same. Evenings feel like victory mode.
First thing, I wash my hands and face. Feels refreshing.
Yes, it's like resetting your soul.
Then dinner plans. What do you usually eat, Emily?
Something light, soup or grilled chicken. I try not to summon the sleep monster.
Sleep monster is waiting anyway.
True, but heavy food makes it a boss battle.
Sometimes I cook, sometimes I just order food and pretend I cooked.
Secret chef technique.
After dinner, I relax. Maybe watch something funny.
Same. Comedy is my therapy.
Yesterday, I laughed so hard I spilled tea on myself.
John, tea shower therapy.
I also check messages, social media, pretending to be productive.
Scrolling is a sport now.
Then I spend time on hobbies, reading or learning something random.
I like journaling, writing about my day, even the weird parts.
Weird parts are the best parts.
Exactly. Today, my pen stopped working and I blamed it emotionally.
Poor pen.
Evenings are quiet, peaceful, but sometimes my brain starts thinking too much.
Oh yes, the night thoughts marathon.
Why do they appear only at night, John?
Because daytime brain is busy surviving.
True. So I try meditation or deep breathing.
I try, but my mind starts planning imaginary future vacations.
Planning trips you haven't booked yet? Classic.
Then I prepare things for tomorrow, clothes, to-do list.
Same. Future Emily appreciates organized past Emily.
Future John rarely thanks past John.
Ungrateful future self.
Sometimes I listen to calm music, dim lights, cozy mood.
Cozy evenings are my favorite aesthetic.
Yes, blanket, tea, and peace.
And phone. Lots of phone.
Unavoidable.
Evening summary. Food, relaxation, reflection, and scrolling addiction.
Perfect summary, Emily.
Vocabulary recap. Relax, unwind, reflect, prepare, cozy.
Simple words, peaceful meanings.
Evening completed. Next is night routine.
Yes, the final boss of the day.
Emily, night routine time, my favorite peaceful mode.
Yes, John. Night feels calm, like the world finally slowed down.
First step, brushing teeth, the daily heroic mission.
True. Dental superheroes.
I brush slowly, thinking about life.
I think about snacks I ate and regret.
Midnight Regret Club.
Exactly. Membership is free, guilt included.
After brushing, I wash my face. Feels refreshing.
Same. It's like telling my skin, good job today.
Then, pajamas, my transformation outfit.
Same. Business mode off, comfy mode on.
Sometimes, I stand in front of the mirror like a superhero changing clothes.
John, please tell me you also make dramatic poses.
Of course, superhero stance included.
I knew it.
Then, I prepare my bed. Pillows, blanket, cozy nest.
Cozy nest is the perfect description, John.
I check my alarm, just in case.
I check mine 3 times. Trust issues with technology.
Same. Phone betrayal trauma.
Yes, we've all been there.
Then I reflect on my day. What went right, what went wrong.
Reflection is powerful. Even funny mistakes teach something.
Like spilling coffee in the morning.
Classic John moment.
Or you hiding behind the invisible desk.
That desk saved my dignity.
Dignity saved by imagination.
Exactly.
I also think about goals, future plans.
Me too. But sometimes my brain goes to random thoughts.
Like what?
Like, why do socks disappear in the laundry?
That's a global mystery.
Or why pizza is round but boxes are square?
Emily, you are asking the real questions.
Night brain is philosophical.
Then I read a book or listen to calm music.
Same. No screens. Trying to be responsible adult.
Trying is the key word.
Exactly.
Sometimes I fall asleep with music still playing.
Same. My playlist continues alone.
And then dreams begin.
Dreams are like random movies produced by the brain.
Yesterday, I dreamed I was late for work, but I was wearing slippers.
Nightmare of adulthood.
What about you, Emily?
I dreamed my phone was talking to me and judging my screen time.
That's terrifying.
Yes, digital conscience.
Before sleeping, gratitude moment.
Yes, I think about small good things.
Like warm tea, friendly messages, productive day.
Or funny moments. Laughter is powerful medicine.
True. Laughter resets the mind.
Reset button for emotions.
Sometimes I journal, writing thoughts.
I like that. It clears mental clutter.
My journal sometimes becomes a comedy script.
Mine too.
Then, lights off, darkness mode.
Darkness plus blanket equals happiness.
I try to fall asleep quickly.
I tried too, but brain says, let's remember every embarrassing moment.
Same. 2012 Awkward Memory Marathon.
Exactly. Brain loves nostalgia of embarrassment.
Breathing helps. Slow inhale, slow exhale.
Meditation is like calming a wild monkey brain.
My monkey brain starts planning future vacations.
Mine plans imaginary shopping lists.
Eventually, sleep wins.
Sleep always wins. Final boss.
Night routine complete. Mission accomplished.
Good night, John.
Good night, Emily.
Emily, we made it through the whole day.
Yes, John. I feel like a hero who survived meetings and emails.
Haha, Daily Life Hero Edition.
Exactly. Cape invisible, but stress visible.
Looking back, mornings are always the hardest.
True. My brain loads slowly like old internet.
Buffering brain mode.
And coffee is the download button.
Afternoons feel like a productivity roller coaster.
Yes. Up, down, snacks, focus, distraction.
And evenings, the peaceful reward.
My favorite part. Calm vibes and snacks without judgment.
Night routine feels like closing a chapter of a book.
And sleep is like turning the page to a new day.
Daily routines really shape our lives.
Small habits, big impact.
Like stretching in the morning.
Or taking breaks and avoiding brain burnout.
And winding down properly at night.
So your brain doesn't crash like a laptop at 1%.
Relatable.
Very relatable.
What's your favorite part of your routine, Emily?
Honestly, evening tea and quiet reflection.
Mine is breakfast because food equals motivation.
Classic, John.
And funny moments keep the day interesting.
Yes, like your coffee spill drama.
Or your invisible desk hiding trick.
That desk saved my career.
Humor makes routines enjoyable.
And laughter reduces stress, scientifically proven by my brain.
Daily routines also help with productivity.
Yes, structure gives clarity.
But flexibility keeps us sane.
Exactly. Routines with freedom are the best.
Listeners, you can design your own perfect day.
Start small, one habit at a time.
Drink water in the morning.
Take short breaks.
Eat balanced meals.
Wind down peacefully at night.
And don't forget fun.
Fun is mandatory, not optional.
Even a boring day can be fun with the right mindset.
Or chocolate.
Haha, chocolate mindset.
Works every time.
Reflection helps you grow.
And gratitude keeps you positive.
Think about what went well today.
Even small wins matter.
Like finishing a task?
Or surviving a meeting.
Haha, survival counts.
Always.
Consistency is key.
But perfection is not required.
Just progress.
Step by step, day by day.
That's how routines change lives.
Slowly but powerfully.
Thank you for spending your day with us.
We hope you enjoyed this daily routine journey.
Try creating a routine that fits your lifestyle.
And remember to relax and recharge.
This is John signing off.
And Emily saying goodbye.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.